A lot of people do not like hearing that the things they care about may not matter as much as they think. Their possessions, their sense of ownership, their beliefs, their work, their ideas about God, their loved ones, and even the way they see the world can feel deeply important to them. So when someone says these things have no real meaning, it can feel threatening. It challenges the ego. It can also make people feel as if their anger, doubt, suspicion, frustration, jealousy, and small-minded reactions were never real in the first place. These feelings may have followed them for years, and now they are being asked to let them go. Most people prefer messages that feel familiar and comforting. They like hearing that life will work out in a clear and predictable way. Maybe they will become an accountant, a nurse, or something else respectable. Maybe they will make good money, raise a family, and feel satisfied. That sounds safe. But life does not always work that way. The world does not always match the story we were told. Much of what we think we know about reality is incomplete or mistaken. Think about this for a moment. What does anything in your life really mean if you do not know who you truly are? This is not about collecting facts. Many people read book after book, but that kind of knowledge often stays in the head. It does not become alive in them. The real point is to take what you understand and let it become part of your actual being. Most people do not want to do that kind of work. They are used to the idea that you give money and receive something in return. But this path does not work like a normal transaction. It has its own way. The first step toward waking up spiritually is admitting that you do not really know anything. This is not meant as an insult. It means you humbly recognize that your ideas, beliefs, assumptions, and everything you were taught may not be the truth. You begin by saying to yourself, I do not truly know what anything is. I do not understand the real nature of life. I know nothing. Take a human being, for example. Do we really know what a person is? We see a baby being born and we accept that this is a person. But what is a person really? The same goes for a dog. We call it a dog because it has certain features like 4 legs, but where did it truly come from? What is it in its deepest nature? Someone gave you a name, maybe Carl or Mary, and now you respond to it. But what are these names? What are these identities? It is the same with a tree. We call it a tree, but what is it really? It grows leaves. Some trees grow oranges, others grow grapefruits. Why does that happen? Where did trees come from? Which came first, the tree or the seed? We do not really know. We can say the sun gives warmth, and we can describe what the moon and stars seem to do, but we still do not know what they truly are or why they exist. We do not even know why we exist. In truth, we are deeply unaware. As children, we grow up reacting to the world around us. Little by little, we develop jealousy, anger, fear, mistrust, and envy, often without understanding why. Then we act from those feelings and create problems for ourselves. After that, we spend much of our lives trying to fix the problems we created. Before we know it, we are old, maybe 80 or 90, looking back and wondering what it all meant. Some people believe they have succeeded because they gained money, status, or influence. They may have done good things. They may have built a career, led a business, entered politics, or made a name for themselves. But when death comes, everything they worked for has to be left behind. Nothing goes with them. In that moment, they are alone. So does it not make sense to ask what life is really about? Should we not search for what can set us free? If we spend all our time caught up in gain and loss, happiness and sadness, sickness and health, we are wasting something precious. As long as we believe we are only the body, we remain caught in the cycle of birth and death. We are born into situations that reflect the qualities we still carry. If we die with anger, fear, greed, hatred, jealousy, or doubt still alive in us, we are drawn into conditions where those same qualities must be faced again. But the deeper truth is that none of this is ultimately real. These things only seem real when we believe we are just the body. Reincarnation, rebirth, death, and even negative qualities are not real in the highest sense. But as long as you cling to the body as your identity, these things continue to appear and affect you. This is why it helps to stop chasing too many books and too many teachers. Find a path that feels right for where you are now. It may be a religion, Buddhism, or another teaching. Whatever it is, practice it sincerely. Live it. Jumping from teacher to teacher, attending meetings, and never applying anything will not take you far. Think about this carefully. Do not fight everything that happens in your life. Even if something feels awful, try not to react right away. Watch it. Let it be there. Your body will do what it needs to do, but you do not have to feed anger, fear, or doubt. When those feelings rise up, change your focus. Repeat a mantra, sing something spiritual, pray, or do whatever helps you move through the moment. Then return to your deeper practice. Do not keep feeding fear, doubt, or anger. A powerful question to ask is, who is angry, or who is feeling this? You may notice a sense inside that says, I am angry. Stay with that I. Ask where it came from. Trace it back. If you follow it deeply enough, you may find that the anger was never truly there in the way you thought. No one can really harm you unless you believe you can be harmed. What others say or do is not the main issue. The real issue is your reaction and the feeling that something is wrong. But what is truly wrong? If you knew who you really are, much of what troubles you would seem almost funny. Be joyful. Find reasons to be glad. Stay centered in the present moment. The past is gone and the future has not arrived. The only moment you actually have is this one. The way you see yourself now shapes what comes next. So why keep playing useless mental games? Read less if reading becomes an escape. Spend more time turning inward. When you discover your true nature, you will find deep happiness. Consciousness is everywhere. It is in everything. But many people do not experience this because they are too caught up in the ego. They become wrapped up in personal problems or even in trying too hard to become enlightened. But enlightenment is not something you force yourself into. In a way, even the word enlightenment is just a concept. Trying to get something that is not really an object will only frustrate you. What is real is already within you. What is not real can never be gained. Look at what you think about during the day. Your thoughts show you how you see yourself. When you wake up, what comes to mind first? Are you worried about food, your body, your appearance, what others are doing, or what happened in the past? Are you thinking about old hurts or unfair treatment? Notice what fills your mind most of the time. Those patterns can keep you stuck. To break free, catch yourself when a thought appears. Ask, Who is this thought coming to? You may need to ask this many times a day, but it is worth it. It is better than letting the same old thoughts run your life. Hold on to the feeling of me and look into it. Ask where it came from. For a moment, the mind may become quiet. Then another thought may appear and you simply ask again, who is this coming to? You can also ask yourself, does it really matter what happens to me? Deep down, you are not limited by birth and death. You are not just this passing appearance. So why be so disturbed by what comes and goes? Whatever is happening may simply be part of your karmic path. Why fight it? When you stop fighting, you have already won. When the struggle drops, the mind becomes calm. In that calmness, you naturally return to your true self. Then the idea of trying to become enlightened starts to fade. You simply rest as what you are. And what is your true nature? A quiet mind. When the mind is quiet, there is peace, love, compassion, wisdom, and joy. When the mind is restless, there is doubt, suspicion, anger, greed, and jealousy. The choice is yours. Even if these habits feel strong, you can slowly uproot them by asking, who do they come to? And following the sense of I back to its source. Through this, freedom becomes possible. If you want to experience more like this, we've created a digital retreat designed to take you beyond intellectual understanding and into direct lived experience, just like here. Right now, we're offering a 20% holiday discount. All the details are in the description below.